Hey everyone, hey Leo, welcome to my channel, welcome to my space. Thank you so much for being here. It's always lovely to have you here. So Leo, this is going to be your general messages for the month of July. This is also your season as well as Cancer season. Happy birthday to you Leos whose birthdays fall in the month of July. These are general messages, so these will not resonate with everyone. I do intend for these messages to resonate with your sun and rising signs. However, if you are here to listen for a placement that is not in your sun and your rising sign for Leo, that is absolutely fine. If it resonates with you, great. But again, take what resonates, leave what does not. It's not a big deal, right? So again, these are general, so this is not going to resonate with every single one of you guys out there, Leo. All right, so Leo, let's go ahead and jump into your reading. We're going to pull 2 oracle messages, and then we're going to jump into the tarot and pull 3 cards from there and clarify. All right, Leo, so let's see what this summer month of July has in store for you. Universe, source, angels, guardians and protectors, gods, goddesses, earth spirits, earth guides. Speak through me clearly. Come before us to speak to the sign of Leo, sun and rising signs for July 2023. What messages of insight, guidance, and encouragement do you have for Leo? What's interesting, my spirit guides have me shuffling the decks out of the order that I was expecting, that I normally was planning to pull the cards in, but that's okay. I guess they want me to pull from this deck first. So Leo's sun and rising signs for July 2023. Thank you. All right, so let's see. Leo, sun and rising signs. So you received topaz, and it says forgiveness heals. And it says time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. Bottom of the deck we have amber, give it to God. Give it to God. Take a deep breath, and on the exhale, release this situation to God for healing and answers. All right, Leo. What is going on with y'all? Who hurt you? I'm half joking when I say that. What are you holding on to here that you haven't really faced? We'll dig into it later in the tarot, but you know, as we're on this card for right now. Give me 1 second. Let me just take this in really quickly. For those of you Leo, sun and rising signs, if you do have anger issues, and maybe you have for a long time, especially when someone triggers a memory, whether the memory is repressed or not, I'm not saying that you necessarily have anger problems, like you fly off the handle or, you know, you punch walls or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you're necessarily getting into physical fights with people, but there could be those of you have somewhat of a silent anger in a way. You know, you may show your anger through frustration. Maybe you just kind of shut down. Or if there is someone who triggers a memory unintentionally, you may have a tendency to kind of get snippy with them about that particular situation or about that particular circumstance in your life. Whenever that circumstance happened, whether it happened between you and that person that you're dealing with, or whether it's, you know, happening between you and a person who may have unintentionally triggered a memory or an emotion that they really don't have anything to do with. So it just really depends on what you're dealing with, Leo, sun and rising signs. You have to be open to forgiving this person, even if you don't get closure from them. Okay, whether this person is in your life now or not, you may still be holding on to something. And remember, the month of July is about purification and cleansing cleansing of bad energies, bad habits, bad thoughts, you know, bad patterns of behavior. And there may be someone in your life, I'm also seeing this as well, Leo, where there may be a certain person who has some wisdom to share with you, but because they are touching on a topic that's very sensitive for you at this time, if this is happening or if this has happened already, you may feel like, I don't want to hear that, you know, I already know how I feel about this and I'm not going to change my mind. Well, the universe is asking you to, okay? But that's up to you. You know what I mean? That's completely up to you. And this doesn't have to be necessarily about a person. It can be about a certain situation. It could be political views. It could be spiritual views. It could be a lot of things: family, friendships, romantic partnerships. It could be about your career, about money, your self-esteem. It can be about anything really that you have this anger built up inside of you and you're just kind of harboring it. You're just letting it kind of coagulate inside of you. And I'm a Leo myself, you guys. I have Leo in 3 placements in my chart: Sun, my Chiron. Okay, so I forgot the other placement, but it's like, I'm not saying that, you know, this reading necessarily resonates with me 100%. I'm not sure. I don't know. But, you know, for those of you where this is resonating and is hitting home for you, I will say that Leos don't necessarily show anger all the time. It depends on the Leo that you are. Some Leos, you just fly off the handle and you're just hot and ready, right? You're hot and ready to argue, you know, to put somebody in their place, to tell somebody about themselves, or to, you know, snap on somebody or say something very aggressive or say something that you might regret later. You're ready to hurt somebody's feelings, right? For whatever reason, when you're angry or when you're triggered. But others of you, this is more like, I've known other Leos to be, you hold it in and you hold it in until you blow up, and you may blow up at the wrong time, or maybe other people will think it's the wrong time. You know, you may end up embarrassing someone in public, something, you know what I mean? It may be just, you know, wrong place, wrong time kind of a thing. And you just find yourself in the midst of this fire that you've created, and you may not be able to put it out at the time that you would like to put it out. You may not be able to make it right at the time you want to make it right. You may just have to like let somebody cool off and like put themselves out first for a while. So just be really careful with your words at this time, especially during Cancer season. And we do have a few planets in retrograde during the summertime. So I would definitely be very cautious with your words and with your emotions at this time, Leo. Especially after having a Capricorn full moon. The energy has been, you know, different for everybody, but it has been a bit intense, okay? Because Capricorn does, yes, people think about success, money, you know, businesses, whatever, with your work, your job, your career. But I see Capricorn also as emotional balance, teaching us, you know, kind of giving us a little bit of a reality check, you know, whenever Capricorn is present, whether it's through the seasons, through the moon, through transits, whatever, planetary transits. But when it comes to Capricorn energy, especially with the Capricorn full moon facing Cancer season, you may find that there are some circumstances that have entered your life, or that enter your life in this month of July, that kind of give you that just a little bit of a reality check, if that's what you need at this time. You know what I mean? So take it with grace, Leo, as you know, I feel like, you know, you guys know how to deal with things with grace if you so choose, okay? But if you don't, just understand that there are consequences, okay? I'm just saying, you know, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying, like, if you want to fly off the handle with somebody, you may feel like they deserve it, but you may be blinded. You may be seeing red, and you're not really seeing, you know, little complexities throughout the situation, and you may not be practicing awareness in that moment. So please, 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 for those of you who do have anger issues regarding a situation, or you just have anger issues in general, make sure you go get some help for that, okay? Get some help to understand how to ground yourself in certain situations where your emotions or a memory may be triggered. But it's being triggered for a reason, Leo. So don't think that people are just pushing your buttons. The universe may be sending someone your way, whether it's the you know, straight from the person who did you wrong in the past or recently, or it may be just from someone who has nothing to do with that situation, but they may trigger something inside of you. The universe is sending that to you to kind of give you a bit of a reality check or to bring on healing. And like this card says of Topaz, says forgiveness heals. So if you think about it, Leo, do you still just want to be angry about this situation, or do you want to heal from this situation? Because if you're not healing from a situation in your life, no matter how big or small it is, it's always going to creep up. It's always going to kind of show up and haunt you, right? I mean, that's annoying, but the only way that you can really get rid of this and cycle this out is if you start the healing process. So do you want to heal, or you just want to be mad? Like, that's just, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, you know, you got to really think about that. And I'm a Leo too. So sometimes I have to like really ground myself and be like, all right, am I just being mad over here? You know, I'm just sulking and I want people to be mad with me. Or do I actually want to be happy and thrive and be emotionally, you know, well? Do I want to be emotionally healthy and mentally healthy? Or is this just me being a big baby, you know, and having maybe some good reasons why I should be upset, but not really facing some facts here that's going to help me grow and improve towards the future? Does that make sense? I don't know. If it don't make sense, don't worry about it. If it does make sense, then, you know, great. But it's okay if it doesn't. All right, for Leo's sun and rising signs, let's pull another oracle message for you guys for the month of July 2023. And some things, you know, you may not necessarily know, Leo. You're like, I really don't know how I'm going to let go of this. Like, this is hard. I don't know how I'm going to forgive this person. I don't know, like, if I'm even going to get clarity or, you know, closure from this person. And you may not, Leo. You may just have to find closure on your own within yourself. But like it says, give it to God. Give it to the universe. Give it to your ancestors, your spirit guides. Just be like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this person. I don't even know how to approach them. I can't even look at them, or it's hard for me to think about them. Just, you know, you may just have to let it go and just realize, you know, I can't really do anything to better this situation. Now, if this is you who hurt someone else, Leo, unintentionally or intentionally, it's the same message. You know what I mean? Just forgive yourself. You know what I mean? This could also be telling you that if you surrender to forgiveness and healing, so will the other person. Okay, sometimes you have to be the one to let go first. Okay, instead of waiting, like, well, I'll let go if they let go. You know, it's almost like I'll hang up when you hang up, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, it's if you're kind of being asked, Leo, because you are a fixed fire sign. You're a fixed sign. Don't get caught up in, you know, being like, well, you know, if they're not gonna let it go, I'm not gonna let it go. You know, if they don't say sorry, I'm not gonna say sorry. It's like, it's kind of like that, you know, for some of you in certain situations in your life, or a specific situation. But the universe is kind of asking you, like, Leo, you're kind of the one that needs to kind of let go first. Like, it's annoying, but you got to be the one to kind of break the ice. Well, I wouldn't say break the ice, but at least be open. So if the universe brings someone to you, or a situation where forgiveness, there's an opportunity for forgiveness and healing there, you may have to be, you're the one with the key in that situation. The ball's in your court, and that situation's outcome will be determined by whether you are like, all right, I'll hear you out. You know, I'll listen, whatever. It's okay to be upset for a second and take it home with you and just be like, all right, let me just kind of go through what this person just told me. You know, let me just sleep on it. You know, don't just fly off the handle and be like, no, like, I'm not hearing that. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to hear you right now, because that's what's blocking you, Leo. You're the sun, you're the light. So if there's any darkness, any type of shady business, or anything that you are allowing, any walls that you have built up to block the sunlight from shining into a situation, because you're blocking your own energy. Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense, y'all. All right, let's go ahead and pull let's pull another card, y'all. And we'll jump into the tarot in a second for Leo, sun and rising signs for their July 2023 messages. Let's see. So So it says balance, career, and home life. You got Isis. It's very powerful. Leo, sun and rising signs. Bottom of the deck, we have right. For you have Thoth. Some of you guys actually have Egyptian, and maybe not ancestors genetically, but you may have the beings that your soul is connected to as far as like past life and soul energy. For those of you who believe in that type of thing, they may be connected to the Egyptian deities. But Leo, what I'm getting from this is this could be a situation as far as this forgiveness, or maybe this person that you're dealing with could be related to work. It could be someone at your home who lives with you, you know, family, a friend, a roommate, a significant other. But there are some things, maybe if you need to ground yourself and you need to calm yourself down, maybe writing and journaling is what's going to help you, all right, to kind of get your mind off of some things. Writing down your emotions, writing down your thoughts in that moment, maybe carrying a journal with you, or if you have a journal on your phone, you know, there's apps out there that you can use where you can just, you know, hurry up and jot down a thought or an emotion. So that way you can kind of go back to it, you know, as you move into the future, you'll start to go back and realize, you know, I've done this before where I go back and I look at my thoughts in my journals and I'm like, I really didn't see things clearly at that time, or you know, there's a pattern there that I just kept, you know, building off of, and I just wasn't cycling it out. I just kept going and going with this pattern, and I wasn't really healing myself, you know. And you'll see the difference whether, you know, you'll either see a difference between what you wrote back then compared to where you are now, or you'll actually see that you're still living that pattern. So writing is actually very, very important for you at this time, Leo. Journaling, keeping a planner, again, keeping yourself focused, but also, you know, keeping yourself in check. Writing things down can also help out with that, especially for those of you who may be taking anger management classes, or, you know, trying to calm yourself down when it comes to a certain situation, or just, you know, when it comes to things that trigger you. But again, this balance, career and home life, I'm trying to I feel like that might be a separate thing though. It doesn't necessarily have to be about this forgiveness thing. If this is a separate situation, okay, this could be just what it says, balance, career and home life, where Leo, if you're more focused on your job in July, you know, and you haven't really put enough healing and nurturing energies into your home and your family, whether you have a family of your own children, or whether you're married or not, you just live with your significant other, and you're in a committed relationship, or maybe these are your parents, your siblings, your cousins, your grandparents, aunts, uncles, your roommate. If there is more focus on career, you need to really bring that focus to the people at home. Or if you live by yourself, you need to really focus on your inner home, yourself, your health, and your physical home where you live. Others of you, if you're more focused on your home life and you're not really putting your best foot forward with your career, because this is not just about your job. You know, it's one thing to have a job, it's a different thing to have a career. And you don't necessarily have to have a degree to have a career. Your career could have been a hobby at some point, and then you decided to build off of that and make money, and it's something that you love to do. It's a big part of your life, and that can be a career. So there's some balance here that you really, because again, there's something regarding your focus at this time, Leo. It's like you're focused on, it could be that you're more focused on your home or your career because you don't want to think about this particular situation that triggers you and that you haven't forgiven someone for. But again, if this does correlate with the forgiveness heals type of thing, type of ordeal, then there's someone that you live with or someone at work that I don't know, there's just something you're holding on to in that situation, and you need to just let it go. Okay, for some of you, you just need to let it go. You're not necessarily going to heal with somebody. You know, you may just be like, I don't want to be with that person no more, like I'm done. You know, the universe may be showing you some signs and symbols that you need to be done with this situation, or maybe it's a job you need to be done with. Or maybe it's a career path that you're changing and you need to kind of forgive the situation or forgive yourself for, you know, anything that you may have done or any wrong decisions that you may have made or mistakes that you have made, and just move on with the decision that you're making now. And just make sure that you're writing about it. Others of you may have a career in writing, possibly specifically, or in art, but what I'm seeing for the most part is that whatever the situation is, whether you're breaking up with someone and you're done, you're gonna have to go through the healing process. Don't just jump into something. You know, make sure that you're finding balance in everything that you do, because if you just jump into something, you're not necessarily sure how you're gonna fare within that situation just yet. So just make sure that you are letting go of control, Leo, because I know that there's a lot of you out there who you don't like not having control. You don't like having a lack of control. But the more you get used to not having control and realizing the balance of the cosmos and the universe and of life, the better it will be for you. Does that make sense? So let's go ahead and see what the tarot have to say. See what our spirit guides have to speak to us about. Speak through me, spirit guides, using the tarot. I'm just going to pull 3 cards and clarify, just to kind of dig a little bit deeper to see like exactly maybe who you're dealing with, what zodiac might be involved. If it's your maybe zodiac in your chart specifically. Yeah, but I do get the sense that this has something to do with the career path or someone at home and needing to balance those two. You know, and realizing that both of those do have a lot to do with each other, your career and your home, or whoever you're dealing with as far as this forgiveness and letting go. They do have to do, they still affect each other. So, you know, you really need to find the balance within that and not fly off the handle or feel like, you know, if I just focus on this, then I don't have to focus on that. It's like, no, if you focus on one, the other one is going to be affected in some way, shape, or form. Pro or con, negative or positive, right? So let's go ahead and see what the tarot is speaking to you about, specifically about this situation in the month of July 2023, Leo, Sun and Rising signs. Ooh, I want it to fall out. All right, let's see. Yeah, you've been hurt. Somebody stabbed you in the back. Maybe someone saw that you were hurt and they didn't really... I'm getting that some of you guys, because this is Aquarius, you could be dealing with an Aquarius. You could have dealt with somebody in your life who saw that you needed help. They saw that you were in dire need, Leo, a long time ago. And they didn't really offer much help. They were just like, oh, I'll pray for you, or I'll give you a hug. You know, something like that. It's like this person can clearly see that their friend, or maybe this is their enemy, maybe. Okay, I'll go with the first thought. This may be someone that's closest to you, a family member or a friend, or maybe a really like a coworker who works closely with you, where they saw that you were struggling and they decided to do nothing or to do barely anything for you, when you thought that this person may have said, like, I can be there for you. Like, if you need money, if you need this, if you need a shoulder to cry on, or if you need a place to stay, or if you want somebody to vent to, like, you know, here's my number. But then when it was time, they just were never there. But whatever the situation is, you were hurt, okay? There was a certain situation, maybe it was a business or something regarding money in your career where you thought you could rely on someone, but it turns out that they were actually not there for you at all. They didn't have your best interest. Others of you, this is someone who you thought was trying to get close to you because they actually wanted to be your friend, or they wanted to really help you grow as a person as much as you were helping them grow. But it turns out that they actually were getting close to you so that they can hurt you, so that they can take from you. They want to see you fall, right? So be very careful, Leo. You're starting to, maybe there are those of you, you're starting to realize in the month of July that someone that was close to you, maybe you already have realized this, that this person was actually your enemy the whole time, okay? Be careful who you let in, Leo, because once again, you are the sun, right? So, like I tell people, and I'm sure you guys have heard this saying before from other people, honey attracts bees and cockroaches. There's a lot of creatures who love sweet things. You know, when you turn a light on, sometimes, yes, you can see, but then you have little bugs and flies and moths that are flying around that light. Like there's a lot of things that are attracted to light, you know, even flies, you know, and even cockroaches sometimes. If they see light sometimes, you know, you'll see them crawling around it. But it's like your warmth, Leo, can attract good and bad. Everyone wants a taste of it. Everyone wants to feel it. Everyone wants to bask in it. That this is something that you really need to protect yourself from now on. And maybe this is the big lesson that you have learned from this situation. And there are those of you, maybe you're not as hurt as you were before, as deeply. Maybe it's because you kind of suppressed it. Whatever this situation is, whoever this person is, or this you know, this environment you found yourself in the past, and maybe you're dealing with it now, maybe. But there are those of you who've suppressed it possibly, and you probably feel numb to it. You're just like, whatever, but deep down inside, you're still hurt. Because whenever this person is brought up, or whenever this topic is brought up, you're just like, whatever. Like you're still triggered by it. You're still annoyed by it. Okay, so someone or something has definitely hurt you. We have the Knight of Wands. So you've been busy, Leo. You and this person probably live far away from each other now. You guys are not, you're busy doing your own thing, okay? But this can all, if you're the one that's doing the Three of Swords here, if you're the one that's doing the hurting, or you did something to hurt someone unintentionally or whatever, Leo, or maybe it was intentional, you wanted them to hurt. You know, you and this person are just kind of living your own lives, you know? But there's someone in this situation, you or the other person, or you in this environment, someone's not really grounding themselves. Someone is just kind of frolicking. They're just having fun. They're traveling. They're going to work. They're meeting new people, right? And that's appropriate. But I see the Knight of Wands. I do see that as Sagittarius energy. You're just expanding yourself. You're expanding your life. You're just focused on your career and your home life and things like that. You're trying to find balance. But there's just this one thing for some of you that you just don't want to face. And you think that it doesn't have anything to do with what you're trying to do now, but it does. It really does. So don't think that one thing does not pertain to the other. It all pertains to each other, to everything in this situation in your life. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. You may have went to school with this person. This may be your parent or a parent that you still have not healed from. This could be a family member. If you have children, this could be one of your children, or a situation involving children, or an ex. But what I'm getting for you, Leo, is that there is a lot of healing the inner child that needs to occur. Going back to your past. Being a student, it's okay to be a student. It's okay to go back, because I know some of you, Leo, you may feel like you already know enough about this situation or this person, and that there's no more that needs to be done to address this situation or assess this situation. But there is more to be done, Leo. There is more to learn from this. You don't know everything about this situation. You probably don't even really know how much this is affecting you at this time throughout your and maybe time throughout your life leading up until this month of July. But Leo, please make sure that you are open, because the Page of Pentacles is open. They're open to learning. They're open to, it's almost like this person just went foraging, you know. They're open to the world. They're opened up to what the earth has to offer. They're open to just grounding themselves and slowing down and understanding, okay, what more is there for me to gain and to learn? What more does the earth have to offer, this situation have to offer, that is going to help me heal? How can I find more abundance and prosperity from this situation? Knowledge is abundance, in my opinion. So if there's more that you can learn from this situation that hurt you either in the past or even recently, take that opportunity. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. Because the universe wants to show you that you have a path. You have the key. You have a path to create for yourself, Leo. And you may think that you're creating your own path and like, oh, I'm going in my own direction. I'm doing my own thing. I'm traveling. I'm working. I'm making the money. I'm dating. I'm making the new friends, or I'm hanging out with my friends I already have. I got the family. I got this, and that. I'm doing all the things. And you may think that you're being the Seven of Wands, this Leo energy, because that's Leo. You may already think like, no, I'm already going my own path, but actually you're not. you're still following your past. You're still being guided by this hurt and this pain, you know, and you may be struggling to kind of stand against this anger. You may be struggling to stand against this sadness and this thing that triggers you. But Leo, you want to form your own path. You know, you want to walk independently on your path. Let go of this pain. Stop letting your demons and this pain and this darkness hold your hand and guide you down. I'm not saying it's guiding you down the wrong path, but it's guiding. You have like this weird energy that's following you. Down this path of blessings. But like, why does that thing have to be with you? Why does that black cloud or that gray cloud have to be with you everywhere that you go? Because you don't want to face it. You know what I mean? And that cloud may be like miles and miles behind you, but it's catching up to you, Leo. It's catching up. So don't think that it's not going to catch up to you at some point. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards last but not least, Leo. Sorry, guys. What's this? Yeah. Okay. So, Leo, if you don't face this, if you don't nip this in the bud, you're going to have a tower moment. You're going to blow up. Now, others of you have the tower clarifying the Page of Pentacles. So this shows me that your pain, you need to face your pain. It's going to be shown to you. And I'm not saying it's major pain necessarily. I'm not saying that, but it's like, it's something that really triggers you and it makes you feel bothered. This is going to come up whether you like it or not, in some way, shape, or form. So pay attention, because look at this. You have the Three of Swords stabbing this person in the back. Then you have this soldier, this Roman soldier who's being stabbed in the chest. So what you thought you didn't see coming as far as this pain and hurt that happened, you're going to see clearly why it happened. It's going to be right in front of you, right? You're going to face your heart. But then we have the Knight of Wands being clarified by the World. The wheel spins. Yes, life has happened. Life has gone on. You have moved on. You have, collected your flowers and some of the healing that you've already experienced. You've moved on. You've been soothed. You've been supported by people, who may have witnessed this pain that you've gone through. Yes, life has gone on. You have gone towards your success. However, the Three of Swords is being clarified by the Judgment card, Leo. So that means that you will be met with this situation in some way, shape, or form again until you have faced it, held yourself accountable if you need to anything that you may have contributed to this situation. Your third eye needs to be opened. It's time to look at your reflection and see things for what they are and why you are carrying this pain still, because there's still something that you're not seeing here. Bottom of the deck. Wow. That's you. You have the Sun. That's you. So if you want to be this Sun card, you want to be this person that is carrying this bright light with them. Look at how look at how natural this person is. They have the Sun in their hands. They're like bouncing it like a ball. This person knows what they're doing with this light. They've had it for probably their entire lives. People would not know what to do with that light if they wouldn't know how to handle it. But you do, Leo. You traverse this planet with so much light, but if you want this light to benefit you consistently throughout your life, you need to heal. You need some healing energies to come through, right, with the Three of Cups. Heal your relationships, Leo. Face what is hurting you and let it go. Anger does not belong in your realm. Darkness does not belong in Leo's realm. Sometimes it will knock at your door for a second, right? Because no one's ever immune to darkness. But whenever the clouds cover up your sun, Leo, take that time to go within and think about what you need to improve in your life before it's time for you to shine again. Okay? Much love and light to all of you, Leo. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, Leo.